Victor Wembanyama.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Victor Wembanyama.
Wilton Norman Chamberlain.
Victor Wembanyama.
He blocks the shot, but Lou keeps it back. That's the third block. Chamberlain denied.
And swishes for 50. He's not human.
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, from rule changes to role changes, these two centers put the league on notice the moment they stepped on the floor.
This player is a walking cheat code in San Antonio, blocking shots from there to Paris and beyond.
He was a one-man army when he played and won more battles in the paint than can be counted.
The skill set of these two towering big men make them stand out in more ways than one.
We are eager to present to you in our first episode from Season 3, Victor Wembanyama and Wilt Chamberlain. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ben.
And we're here to talk NBA
Now and Then.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new season with NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons. I'm Uriah with Maurice, Lucas, and Ben. Before we begin, we ask that you follow our show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You know it makes a difference as we are building our Comparison Hoops community. Listen, we have some juicy comparisons coming up this year. Should we remind them about all of our comparisons that we've done in the past two seasons?
If you're a fan of quick twitch guards, we've compared De'Aaron Fox to Nick Van Exel and Kyrie Irving to Pistons legend Isaiah Thomas, just to name a few.
If you're into dunkers with crazy scoring ability, you can check out our Vince Carter to Zach LaVine and Paolo Banchero to Blake Griffin comparisons.
And if you like throwback type player comparisons of NBA big men, our Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to Bill Russell and Patrick Ewing to David Robinson episodes will definitely take you back.
If you're wondering about bonus content, you can unlock exclusive episodes from our Legends of the Game archive, Mount Rushmore series, and many other special categories.
If you want to support us so we can continue what we're doing to bring you hundreds of hours of unique podcast episodes, please subscribe today either through Apple Podcasts or Patreon. Go to our website for more info on how to join the Hoops community we're proud to have grown.
Visit NBANowandThen.com today and join our journey as a paid supporter of our comparison efforts.
All right, so we're going to get into this episode. We're excited about this. Technically, this was supposed to be the season finale of season 2, but things kind of got a little weird with scheduling. I think it's a great time to kick this off, especially after the summer that Victor Wembanyama had, which we're going to get into later. I'm going to go to Lucas first. We're comparing these two outstanding centers from different eras, but why are we doing this, Lucas?
You look at these guys, both Wemby and Wilt possess size and athleticism that redefine what's possible for their eras. Wilt was 7'1". That was humongous back then, guys, and it had elite speed on top of that, which was unheralded during the 60s. Whereas Wemby is now 7'5", according to ESPN, and has an 8-foot wingspan and mobility that just is outrageous and handles. The skill set that these guys have with their physical tools is just unheard of.
At their size, they should not do or have done what they did when they play. What about you, Ben? What's this comparison all about to you?
I think statistical dominance on impact. I think Wemby is approaching that. Again, I think year 3 might be the MVP conversation year. Chamberlain's numbers, they just warp basketball logic. He led the league in scoring. We obviously all know about the 100-point game, rebounding, and even assists as a center. This guy was getting triple-doubles. Wembanyama, while early in his career, already fills stat sheets in rare ways, mainly his shooting, leading in blocks, scoring inside and out, and impacting every defensive possession. Both these guys were so elite on both ends of the court and kind of changed the game. And Wemby is kind of changing the game. I think we're going to start seeing some quadruple doubles again from Wemby.
How special would that be, right?
Or even, what do you call 5 stats? He might get the steals and blocks, assists, rebounds, and points thing. What would that be called?
It'd be alien-like. Let's just quintuple. He'd be like the official alien.
Yeah. All right.
5 for 5.
Yeah.
His nickname is the Alien, so yeah, it would be alien-like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, both these big men are revolutionizing how a big man plays the game. Now, back in the 60s, 50s, and 60s, Wilt Chamberlain revolutionized the game by them actually having to change the rules just for him,
Yeah.
like widening the lane and doing other stuff just to change the rules so he cannot be so dominant as he was. Now, for Wembanyama now, in today's game, he's revolutionizing the game for all big men because every player in the NBA now is skilled. They all have skills, but
Right.
for a 7'5" big man of his stature, with, like Lucas said, 8-foot wingspan, to dribble, shoot, block, defend guards, that's revolutionizing the game in this generation. He's really transforming the expectations of what a player his size could be.
Absolutely. I don't know if he'll ever touch or get near that 100-point game like Wilt did or the rebounding numbers. But like you said, Ben, that quadruple double is within his grasp. I don't know about the 5 quintuple, but who knows? You never know. And I just want to say that both of these players were the center of the imagination of where basketball could be. It stretched the imagination. Just today, I was watching on social media, Carmelo Anthony talking about Victor Wembanyama, predicting that he's going to win the MVP this season, mainly because of the offseason that he had. He was hanging out with astronauts from NASA. He was training with Buddhist monks, and he was at the Great Wall of China. There's so many things that this kid has in terms of maturity. He has this aura about him. And the aura is also what made Wilt Chamberlain so special, because he knew he could dominate during his era. And he did, but I really think after some of the stories that we go through, he could have dominated even more. Wemby, I don't think he's holding back. I think he wants to be the greatest. And it's just a matter of time before we discover that. So you guys all set for this comparison?
I'm just surprised nobody called Uriah out for that little play on words, the center of basketball. Come on, guys.
Oh, well, you just did technically. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm waiting for my elders, to call out another elder.
Elders.
Yeah.
All right, youngin.
We remember Wilt Chamberlain.
Nobody here saw Wilt Chamberlain play, that's for sure.
No one definitely did.
All the highlights
But
that we
we
can
all
absorb.
saw Wemby play.
Yeah. Are we ready, guys?
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
First quarter. Background.
All right, now it's time to talk about Alien, a.k.a. Vic, a.k.a. the extraterrestrial, a.k.a. Wemby. Before he got those nicknames, though, he was born Victor Wembanyama on January 4th, 2004 in Le Chesnay, France. Wemby grew up in a family that valued sports. His dad was a former long jumper, and his mom was a former basketball player. His introduction to basketball came at a very young age. His mom played a significant role in his early exposure to the sport. She coached Wemby, which gave him a strong foundation in the game. By the age of 7, Victor had already shown an interest in hoops, and his towering height and natural coordination made it clear that he had the potential for an extraordinary basketball journey. However, basketball wasn't the only sport that he played growing up. His parents encouraged him to explore a variety of activities, allowing him to develop a wide range of skills. First trivia question of the episode. Which sport did Wemby play while growing up in France? A, soccer, B, handball, or B, both?
Here's the thing about the career that Uriah has, and I'm not going to tell him, but whenever Uriah presents something like that, or anybody in Uriah's career that gives you A and B or all the above, it's most likely all the above. So I'm going to go with all the above here.
I'm going to go with all the above, too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with all above, too.
Okay. All right. You guys are all the above.
Yeah. Also, I do have one question. Did you find out how tall his parents are? Because that's what I really want to know.
Yes. His dad, I think, is 6'6". His mom is 6'3", and his grandfather, I think, is 7 feet tall.
Okay, there we go. That's where the height is. Okay.
Yeah. So these sports helped Wemby cultivate his agility, his coordination, his versatility. traits that obviously is benefiting him now as he's playing for the Spurs. So as he continued to grow, Wemby's height became an advantage, duh. By the age of 10, he was already towering over his peers. By his teenage years, he'd become a physical anomaly with a wingspan over 8 feet. His natural gift for the game caught the attention of local coaches who quickly recognized his potential. His height combined with his agility and fluidity on the court allowed him to dominate in the French youth leagues. At the age of 14, guys, he joined the renowned Nanterre basketball club, which is not too far from Paris. Although he was sought after by other clubs like FC Barcelona and INSEP, France's elite academy that procured NBA players like Tony Parker and Evan Fournier, Wemby went with Nanterre because they allowed him to expand his role and play multiple positions. So what stands out to you guys about Wemby before playing professionally?
I'm curious to know, what was his height at that age?
Yeah, like 14. Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. He had to have been like 6'6", 6'7" at that point.
Don't say 6'7". Don't say 6'7". The kids.
Oh, God, 6'7".
6'7". You don't understand.
Yeah, but anyway, at that age, like I think I said the same thing for the Luka episode. Once you get that type of seasoning, which is basically professional gameplay, you're playing against professionals at that age, it only makes you better growing up. And then by the time he came to the league, the NBA, he was already made.
He was 7 feet 1 inches, Maurice, when he was 14. 14, 7'1".
That means he must have been like 6 foot when he was like 9. Would he still be a pretty elite prospect if he just played like a traditional center or semi-traditional center, like, today's center with like Joel or Jokic? Yeah, probably.
To your point, Lucas, with the whole doing different sports growing up, his agility and his coordination for his height is remarkable. And if you've ever seen him warm up during games, he does this thing with tennis balls where he like kind of not juggle, but he drops one, he catches one, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing like about his mom was his coach. I think that's always cool. You don't usually hear that much.
There was one other player we did that though. Who was that?
I think it was Paolo. Pretty sure.
It was Paolo.
It was
that's
Paolo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always think that's really cool. I know both of his parents are tall. He's really young. He's only 21, so his parents are very like around. He's also not from this country, so he just seems really poised. When he came in the league at 18, 19, he was just so poised in his interviews, like he was like 30 and had media training. Obviously, his English is impeccable for someone from France, so like that. But I would say that always stands out, like how mature he is for his age. So his parents did a really good job.
Yeah. Whether it's physical development or linguistic development or just maturation, I'm going to talk about his development as a player when he was in France. Throughout that time period, Wemby was surrounded by several key mentors and coaches who helped him harness his unique physical gifts. One coach in particular was Karim Boubekri. I'm sorry, I think I said that right. My question to you guys is this. What former NBA player did Wemby's coach use as inspiration for training? 3 choices. A, Ralph Sampson. B, Tony Parker. Or C, Pete Maravich. Go with Maurice first.
Well, when we first came up with this comparison, I first threw out Ralph Sampson. So I'm going to go Ralph Sampson.
He was just on all the smoke, so that's all I can picture now, Ralph Sampson. Sorry, I just watched that episode.
Yeah.
I would say Ralph Sampson just physically, someone that's over 7'3", who is athletic. You just don't see that. So he's kind of the only other one that I can think of. Okay. I would also go with Ralph Sampson.
Let me ask you this, Uri, before I answer. This is the same coach that he chose over the bigger clubs in France because they allowed him to experience more with his game, right? Experiment more.
That I cannot confirm.
Okay,
but he's in France. He's in France.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Tony Parker.
Okay. All right. I did such a good job throwing you guys off.
Really, Pete Maravich?
It was Pistol Pete Maravich.
Wow.
I have a quote. Get ready for this. And this is from Wemby himself from an ESPN article. He says, quote, I probably didn't know who Pete Maravich was at the time, but I know Kareem made everyone do the same drills. He didn't expect me to be worse than any other players just because I was taller. It helped for development. It helped us challenge ourselves.
Maravich drills. I preach that all the time on here. I should have known better.
Everyone, Lucas, watches those videos, right? Every coach, they have their players
think
do
about that.
So
yeah. I mean, to be fair, they're really good foundational skills.
Except the drill where he's hanging out, was it upside down in the car, dribbling as the car is moving?
I did not. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
I would say Kareem too. You just mentioned Kareem. I would say Kareem was really. I think he was like 7, very long and like 7'2", and a kind of a giant and a bit of a unicorn. So I would say those. You just mentioned Kareem. I would also say him.
His head coach was Kareem.
His coach's name Kareem. That's what
that's.
It made me think. It made me think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's another similar player.
Just imagine if Wembanyama developed a sky hook.
Ooh.
He added some stuff to his game.
Nobody wants to do the sky hook. It's not sexy. I don't care about being sexy.
He definitely added. He added some stuff to his game. I would say what I noticed about his
that's what it would be. It would be a space.
You got to trademark that, Maurice. The space hook.
The space hook. That is a good one.
You heard it here first. We should make that go viral.
Has a hook shot. It's called the space hook.
The space hook.
There you go.
Yeah, Wemby added some stuff to his game this offseason.
He definitely did. So by the time he advanced to Nanterre's senior team, he played in the 2019 Euro Cup, just months prior to his 16th birthday. When it was time to make the next step, Wemby chose to play for Asvel, which is a French league powerhouse and part of the Continental EuroLeague, which, guys, is actually considered the most competitive league outside of the NBA.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear his Euro stats?
I would love to.
In 2021, he went from playing 18 minutes a game, averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks. The very next season, his production took a huge leap. He went to averaging 32 minutes per game, scoring 21.6 points, grabbing 10.4 boards, and 3 blocks per game. After some time with Asvel, does anybody know what team he joined next?
Yeah, he was drafted by the Spurs.
No,
not yet.
They had to been
FC Barcelona. I'm assuming because everybody plays for FC Barcelona before they come to the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good guess. Maurice, any idea?
His national team.
All right. The correct answer is, and I practiced pronouncing this, so I gotta
so
get it right the first time.
FC Barcelona. Okay.
The next team that he played next was Bologna Lavulawa.
Excuse me.
Did I nail it?
I don't know, but I can say it.
Sounded good to me.
All right, let me try it again because
no. I think you got it.
Well, the name of the team is the Metropolitans '92. So,
that's right. He did play for
the Metropolitans.
That's where he was drafted from. Okay,
that's right. Because Windhorst would not stop talking about that team.
So the logic, guys, to leave Asvel for the Mets '92 was to get ready for the NBA. The strategy was successful because he went on to lead the league in points, rebounds, and blocks. At the end of his journey in the EuroLeague, Victor Wembanyama was destined to play in the NBA. And in 2023, he was selected first overall by the San Antonio Spurs.
With the first pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Victor Wembanyama from Nanterre, France.
Victor Wembanyama sharing this moment with his family. Every phone in this arena is out capturing this historical moment because he is perhaps the greatest prospect to ever walk across this stage. He heads to San Antonio following in the footsteps of fellow Frenchman Tony Parker, who he idolized growing up, of Manu Ginobili, of fellow #1 picks, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, all of whom won championships with the franchise under the tutelage of Greg Popovich, the winningest coach in league history. And at 7'4", an elite rim protector with outside range, he is where the league's past, Jay, meets its present, a dominant big man for the modern era.
singularly unique, and I'm using unique correctly because there are no gradations of unique. You can't be very unique or the most unique.
Here, Jacob.
I had to do that for my wife. She's an English major. She kept telling me about that.
Did you go to Duke?
Shout out Malika Andrews, who did a phenomenal job making that call during the draft. Did you hear Adam Silver put a little extra on that one? Number very good. Oh man, because he knew that was
showman. He's a good showman.
He knew that this is a historic moment. So, all right, guys, Ben, I'll go to you first. Anything stand out to you about Wemby playing in Europe?
I remember all the highlights watching him. I remember he would like one-on-ones with like Rudy Gobert. So it was kind of that whole season was like tanking for Victor in a way that, I mean, the Zion draft sort of, Ben Simmons sort of, but you hadn't really had that level of like, this is the guy since LeBron, for being honest. Just the hype around it is what stood out to me. Like, and then I happened to be at the preseason game where he didn't play well the first one. I'm sorry, Summer League. And you just saw it. You're like, oh, this guy's got size and the shot is unbelievable. So, and he's not particularly athletic. He's got a great motor and he's got an unbelievable stride that makes him athletic. Yeah, he's a very, very interesting player.
The laws of physics make you think like he should not move, and he's technically not that athletic. To your point,
he's not. No.
But he still can't be stopped.
He's got to get a little bit more of a Jokic Embiid inside game, like a true big man game, and then once he gets that, it's his league. Him and Cooper Flag.
Well, I will say he's definitely added some muscles, and just to go back to hit how he's like athletic but not athletic. My high school coach used to say something: "Smooth is fast." He's not necessarily the fastest guy. He's not even the most athletic center. He's not. But he's smooth.
Yeah.
And being smooth makes you faster than what you actually are.
I hear that.
Yeah, like what Malika Andrews said in that clip. Maybe the greatest prospect to ever come across that stage. That's a big claim to make. Now, we could always compare to LeBron, but in 2003, we didn't know LeBron was going to be LeBron. Like, we didn't know he was going to be like in the league for 22 years and do everything.
But like they were hyping him up. He was
getting hyped though.
He was the chosen one.
He was the chosen one.
But Wembanyama was getting more hype. Maybe just the era that we live in now. When it comes to that,
because social media is bigger now. I mean, they had MySpace back then, and that was about it.
MySpace.
Yeah. But over the last 3 years, we've gotten two of the more hyped players to ever come across as rookies is Wembanyama and Flag. So Wembanyama is stepped up to the plate. We'll see about Flag, but the greatest prospect ever, we will have to see on that one. You got to get that one some more years.
We're done talking about the alien. Now it's time to talk about the other side of the comparison. All right, now it's time to talk about Wilt the Stilt, a.k.a. the Big Dipper, a.k.a. Dip, a.k.a. Big Musty, a.k.a. the Record Book, a.k.a. Hook and Ladder, a.k.a. Wilty, a.k.a. Whipper. But before he got those nicknames, he was born Wilton Norman Chamberlain, August 21st, 1936, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He grew up in a large family, guys. He was one of 9 children. His parents were working class. His father was a welder and a custodian. His mom did domestic work. As a child, just like Wemby, Wilt was unusually tall but athletic. Sometimes it made him feel like an outsider when he was around other kids. He excelled in many sports, and I'm sure you guys might know this, but you guys let me know. What sport did he really excel in besides basketball? I'll go with Maurice first.
Well, it was track and field.
I did track and field in the Philadelphia area, so I know that.
Didn't he also play professional beach volleyball for a while? I'm just saying. I'm going to throw that.
That was after he retired. So you're veering left. You're going to go against the grain.
I'm going to veer left because I know that he was a professional volleyball player. So
this is for you.
Well,
that left was off.
He was exceptionally gifted at track and field, like Ben and
just like his counterpart, Bill Russell.
That's true. That's your guy. Yeah. So he ran the 40-yard dash. He did the high jump. He even did shot put. However, basketball became his main focus. He was already 6 feet tall by age 10. Did you guys know that Wilt Chamberlain almost died when he was in 4th grade?
No, I didn't hear about that.
No.
So here's how it happened. When he was a kid, he had pneumonia, and he missed an entire year of school. But even though he went through that, he ended up playing basketball. And in 7th grade, he was breaking all types of records at Overbrook High. He dominated basketball, obviously because of his height, but also because of his skill. By the time he graduated, he was one of the most heavily recruited players in the entire country. Wilt held the Southeastern Pennsylvania high school points record for many years with about 2,200 points until these two Philly hoop legends broke it. Who were those two players? I'll go to Ben first.
I want to say DeJuan Wagner, but he's technically Jersey, even though he's Philly area. But Kobe Bryant and
Yeah, Kobe's the easy one.
Kobe's easy. Who's the other?
Have we covered this player yet on this pod?
No, I'll give you a hint. LaSalle.
Eddie. Oh, LaSalle. He went to LaSalle?
Yeah.
University? Lionel Simmons?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Very good.
I don't know who
That is correct.
I know that he went to my college, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was from Philly. Wow.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah. So what stands out to you guys? I'll go to Lucas first. Anything stand out to you about Wilt Chamberlain growing up in Philly?
The fact that he was one of 9 kids. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Big family. Maurice, what about you?
Well, at that age, being that size in the 1950s, he must have been a phenomenal attraction. Now, I don't know if you're going to get into it or not, but he did spend some time with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is
Yeah,
true.
and I do remember that. And he was an attraction there before he went into the NBA.
The stilt.
Wilt the stilt.
Yeah, and that's where he got a lot of his dribbling skills from.
A little bit more athletic than Wemby, for being honest. Just is.
Yeah.
But similar.
He's much better athlete.
Similar long and stridey. Like he looks bigger than 7'1" as far as his reach and his stride. His dominance was a little bit more obvious. Obviously, some of the players he was playing against as well. Wemby's got a little bit more competition on the day-to-day, just a little bit. Yeah, Wilt lived up to the hype. I think that's the point. And I think Wemby is going to as well. He's trending that way.
I agree. So did you guys know that he played for a Pennsylvania Pro League at 16? Not the Globetrotters, but did you guys know that?
No, but I'm not surprised.
So the team was called the Quakertown Phrase, and Wilt played under the pseudonyms or a pseudonym George Marcus because he wanted to avoid NCAA eligibility issues. In that league, he averaged 40 points per game.
No, that sounds about right.
See, back then you can get away with it. You can't get away with that now.
No, not with the social media.
Man.
So we all know that Wilt attended Kansas. He was there from 1956 to 1958. The NCAA rules, I think Lucas mentioned this, the NCAA rules, they changed the rules and they barred freshmen from varsity play. So he played on the freshman team his first year and he drew massive crowds just for scrimmages. His varsity debut came in 1956-57. In his first ever collegiate game, he scored 52 points and grabbed 31 rebounds. Immediately, he became a dominant force, averaging 29 and 18 per game that season. He led Kansas to the NCAA championship game in 1957. The game went into triple overtime, but Kansas lost. Get the score, 54-53.
Wow.
Does anybody know who they lost to? It's a big school.
What year was it?
1957.
And you were about to say it was a big school or a small school?
No, it's a big school. Kansas lost to a really major basketball
UCLA?
college.
No.
No.
Before that was before
UCLA
they
didn't
were.
become big until Wooden got there. Trying to think back in the 1950s. UNC?
Lucas, you are correct. Sir.
Yeah.
Very
Let's
good.
go.
That was like
Flexing the guns.
shot in the
Welcome to
dark.
the gun show.
No,
Actually, not really. UNC is a big school, right?
Yeah, I mean they've been known for basketball for a long time. I mean, that's the kind of I it was a shot in the dark because I was thinking about one team's. It was not Duke because Duke didn't become big until Coach K.
Yeah.
You
nailed
George.
it.
Yeah.
You
it was
nailed it.
deductive reasoning.
Yeah. So in the 1957-58 season, Chamberlain averaged 30 points and 17 and a half rebounds. Kansas that year lost in the regional finals, and people tend to forget that his track and field dominance was prevalent in college, where he was the Big 8 Conference high jump champion for 3 years in a row. Frustrated by college defenses designed to stall him, Wilt left Kansas after his junior year. When he felt that his time at Kansas was done, he decided not to go to the NBA. Instead, he played for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Hello, I'm Jim Leeming, and sitting here with me is Wilt Chamberlain. After 4 years of waiting, Eddie Gottlieb, the owner of the Philadelphia Warriors of the National Basketball Association, has finally signed Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt, we're mighty happy to have you in Philadelphia, but you're coming here actually and taking a cut in salary from what you made over this last year with the Harlem Globetrotters. How about that? How come the cut in salary?
Actually, I tell you, Jim, I always wanted to play in the NBA, and playing with my hometown, Philadelphia, made me quite happy. So I had to sacrifice a few things, and also I have a chance to be home with my family. So I think in the long run, I'll come out a lot better, even though I took a financial deficit.
As I mentioned a moment ago, Wilt, you're going to be playing with a team that actually obtained the draft rights to you 4 years ago. Playing in the NBA is going to be entirely different for you, though. You'll be playing for the first time where they have the man-for-man rule. They can't zone you anymore. How do you feel about that?
Actually, that makes me quite happy. I've always been zoned all through basketball, even high school, college, all with the exception of the 1 year I played with the Trotters. And I'm really looking forward to the 24-second rule under one man.
Wow, good clip, Maurice. What stands out to you, Lucas, in that?
So, Harlem Globetrotters. I actually got to see them once in Salisbury, Maryland. Fun show. Yeah. I will say I got introduced to them while watching the original Scooby-Doo. They guest star. They guest starred.
Me too.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were.
I don't think Wilt was on the team for that though, but it was still really interesting. Now, he probably was the first player that took the non-conventional route to the NBA by playing in another league before going pro before going to the NBA.
Yeah.
If you think about like the conventional path, because like back then the Globetrotters were a sideshow, really. I mean, fair or unfair, like they were talented players, but they were not treated as equals because even while the league was integrated at that point, it was not widely integrated.
Right.
And there was a lot of probably good players playing for the Globetrotters that never got a chance to play in the NBA just because of segregation issues. Look, the zone is fair. Look, it's a lot easier to play against a dominant big man when you have a zone. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just this comment about like not having to be zoned up, and yeah, it's just interesting how different it is now. I would say that's what stands out. How if you're really good, you could just play. You weren't really allowed to back then. You had to like follow these rules, and there's still some rules, but we've loosened up a lot. So I would say that kind of stands out.
They're interesting that you weren't allowed to play zone in the NBA. Now you're allowed to play it now, but it's just like frowned upon. But it's interesting that you weren't allowed to play zone in the NBA back then.
I like seeing a little zone every now and then in the NBA.
Zone defense, when done right, can be pretty good.
The Heat do it, but unless you're in like top physical shape, it affects you on
Nurse
offense.
used to do it too, but he doesn't do it currently.
Yeah,
right. The man who found that clip, that golden nugget, that artifact, Maurice, what do you take?
I don't even know how I found that, but it was a good one. Obviously, there was no David Stern or Adam Silver calling Wilt Chamberlain out back then. So, it was no draft. This is in the 50s. The NBA is still in its infancy itself. And I'm sure money had something to do with it as well.
Yeah.
I'm playing for Harlem Globetrotters before the NBA. But I always noticed that, he played with the Warriors, then he went to San Francisco, then he came back with the Philadelphia 76ers. Wilt Chamberlain was always a homebody.
Yeah.
He loved the city of Philadelphia, and I do respect that, being a Philadelphia native my whole life. So,
all right, my segment is done. Lucas, are you ready for the pass, my man?
Yes, sir.
Second quarter. Statistics.
Look at this. this. This is around a guard in Lillard and a finish over a 7-foot.
Rockets advantage. Smith. Oh my! Blocked by Wemby. Blocked again by Wemby. Get it out of here! Push the ball. Well, back-to-back blocks.
And Jabari Smith tried to challenge him, and he found out. And he tried to sneak it by him again. Meet me at 11. Victor was at 12.
Victor rolling to the bucket. Oh, authority. Overshake good. Count the basket and the foul.
Somebody needs a body bag. That was terrible. And we love it.
So those were the highlights. Here are the numbers. Wemby currently stands at 7'5", 235 pounds, according to Basketball Reference. Well, they say 7'3", but we know 7'5" now. He has 2 years of NBA experience and wears the number 1. I went with his second season being the most one because, there's not many years to use. Like with the Paulo thing, it's kind of hard to choose. Like, oh, is this really the best? This is the best so far. Okay. He averaged 24.3 points, 11 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 3.8 blocks, 1.1 steals, 3.2 turnovers, 2.3 fouls, while shooting 47% from the field, 35.2% from the arc, and then from the foul line, he shot 83.6%. And I want to clarify, he shot 57.6% from the field.
Him to be 7'4", 7'5", whatever. 83% from the free throw line is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's no hack of Wemby going on here because there's definitely not. That's pretty impressive. Now, overall, I think those stats can go up, and I think they will this season. Getting into his man body or NBA body, I think he can average. Well, the sky's the limit, but he can average 30, 12. 4 blocks a game is in the realm.
Yeah.
Only thing is the assists. Now, he has some new guards there in San Antonio. I'll get to that later. But so assists might not go up that much.
He does an interesting thing with his three-point shot where he shoots it at a way to not have anyone guard him. So he's a little bit behind the line. And then he's so tall that no one can really guard it.
Yeah.
I don't even know who has the wingspan to contest his 3-point shot.
Maybe
not very many people.
Maybe
yeah, I guess if Joel
and
or
Rudy.
Giannis,
Rudy,
but that's about it. Those guys aren't hanging around on the perimeter, so he's got a very interesting advantage. The fact that he's good at 3-point shooting, that's what stands out the most. And then he'll inevitably be a 50, 40, 90 guy. I always thought Jokic or Joel would get there, but Wemby might be the guy.
We will see.
I know blocks. It's obvious he's one of the tallest players in the entire league. But going back to 2005, the only player that's averaged over 3.5 blocks for a season was, anybody know?
I'm going to guess Ben Wallace.
No, not Ben Wallace.
Hassan Whiteside.
Yes, Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I knew he would get it. I knew he was going to get that. So, Lucas, during that season, it was 2015. He averaged 3.68 blocks a game.
Yeah, he's 7-footer. Yep.
Wemby averaged 3.83. It is not out of the realm of possibility for him to average over 4 blocks a game.
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
So that's impressive to me. That's like Mark Eaton / Hakeem Olajuwon / Dikembe Mutombo numbers.
Yeah.
No,
they average. They averaged 5. I remember when we were doing them.
Yep.
Now, I think the more telling stat here, guys, is while he's averaging 3.8 blocks, he's only averaging 2.3 fouls.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the more telling part. I want to go to the triple doubles here. Over under 5 career triple doubles.
I'll say over.
You say over?
I'm gonna say under.
Maurice, you're the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna go over.
Okay, Ben, this is for you.
Under?
3. Let's go to career highs now. Before we even get to Wilt, we all know his career high is 50. Historical notes on this, he at 20 years old, when he did this at 20 years old in 314 days, he became the 4th youngest player in NBA history to score 50-plus points in a game. Only younger than ones are Brandon Jennings, LeBron James, and Devin Booker. He's also the youngest center to ever hit a 50-point game. He's the first Spurs player to reach 50 points in a regular season game since David Robinson in 1994.
That's a long time. Not even Duncan, huh?
Not even Duncan. So during the regular season, anyway.
I don't know if he'll get 100, but he might get over 81.
See, I thought his career high was against Joel Embiid when Joel had that 72-point game or 73-point game, but
No.
I guess not.
He only had like 20-something, yeah.
I thought he had like 40, but okay, anyway.
Also important to note, they took Embiid out. He could have had over 80 at the end of that game.
Okay, we're not.
Okay.
There we go. There's the Sixers reference.
Fan came out.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so other career highs. He's made 8 3-pointers in a single game, like I said, in that career high.
Yeah, that was the 50 game.
Let's see. He has a career high of 23 rebounds.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, we don't need Wembanyama to be Steph Curry. But still, 8 threes in a game, that's very impressive.
It is.
It's very impressive. For his size, I mean, he's so remarkable of a physical stature. Like, he does normal stuff. You're like, whoa, where did that come from? Like, when he dunks a basketball, it doesn't seem like he even jumps.
He doesn't need much.
It's like Boban Marjanovic if Boban actually had fluidity.
Him being elite at 3 allows him to not work as hard on offense, and he can save it for defense. It also prevents him from getting injured. Bigs get hurt all the time at the interior, so it's kind of a nice thing he has.
It's kind of like what Uriah wants Joel Embiid to do, but like Wemby's doing it right away.
Yeah.
But anyway, so other career highs, like I said, 23 rebounds, 11 assists, 6 steals, over under 7 blocks as a career high.
Oh, it's got to be over. Oh my God, it's got to be over. Way over.
Yeah.
It's got to be over, yeah.
It is 10 blocks as a career high.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 turnovers. And to answer Maurice's question, and Uriah's favorite stat, his career high in personal fouls is 6.
Oh, he did
foul out. Okay.
Yeah, he did his rookie year, yes. So any thoughts on the career highs before we move over to Wilt the Stilt?
Just freak of nature.
Freak of nature? Okay. So, anyway, let's get to Wilt.
He thought, and rightfully so, that he was the greatest basketball player that ever lived. Physically, he was still the most imposing physical player that ever played this league, period. There's no one that's come close to him in terms of just physical prowess.
And as athletic as any man who ever walked the earth. You try guarding that on a basketball court sometime.
This was more than just some big guy who dunked the basketball and ran up and down the court. This was a true athlete, and his physical prowess was unbelievable.
He's going to the basket.
Deep, there's Wilt to block the shot. Boy, Wilt blocked that nicely. Wilt playing another tremendous game. Wraparound pass. The Globetrotters are here and by jumping in. Great play by the big man.
Great defensive work. Tremendous ball handling, and a tremendous demonstration of speed and ability.
And it's just hard for people to fathom what we talk about when we say what he did. He did things that just defy description. I can remember plays that he made that when I would talk about him, people said, no, he couldn't have done that. And I'm telling you, he was just a great, great basketball player.
Here comes Boston, but Chamberlain keeps the pressure on. Wilt rebounds for a fast break.
For the Eastern All-Stars as Wilt Chamberlain comes up with another rebound. Wilt sort of toying with the opposition.
West leads by 4, 85-81, goes to Chamberlain. Knocked loose, Hurston back, Chamberlain slam dunk.
Chamberlain gets away from Bowman.
Chamberlain again underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain.
By the fact that he led the league in assists later on, showed he could pass the basketball. So Wilt had all the tools. He didn't display them all the time because he was asked to do other things.
He can hurt you with assists like that also, playing the post.
That was a great pass by Wilt Chamberlain.
the way that those players were interviewed or coaches is like what the current players today are saying about Wemby. They're just everyone is awestruck. It's just such a great juxtaposition.
Now, I do have one question. Who was the second guy that talked? Because the first one was obviously Bill. The third one was Jerry. Who was the middle guy?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I couldn't recognize the voice. I knew the third voice was Jerry's, and I knew the first one was Bill's. That's
was
easy.
Was it Wes Unseld, maybe?
Maybe. I thought maybe it was Elgin Baylor. Maybe?
It could have been.
Yeah. Oscar Robinson. I only say that because I have he's in a lot of my stuff. Yeah.
I will give this moment to shout out somebody who knows probably more about Wilt Chamberlain than anybody else, and that's Sonny Hill.
Yeah.
Sonny Hill is an encyclopedia of old school basketball. Still on the airways here in Philadelphia. I just want to shout out Sonny Hill.
Shout out Sonny Hill.
Shout out Sonny Hill.
Let's get to the big man himself. So Wilt stood at 7'1", 275 pounds. And it's not like a overweight 275 pounds. This guy was pure muscle.
Yeah, he was put together.
Pure muscle.
Yeah.
Could have been a bodybuilder in another life. He was on Conan the Barbarian as
he was.
I used to watch that.
Yep. So
or Conan the Destroyer. It might have been the Destroyer. Or was it the Barbarian? I don't know. He was bench pressing on set with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So
he passed away in 1999 at the age of 63, and he played for 14 years. He wore number 13 at every one of his stops.
Yep.
There's so many great seasons for Wilt, but I'm going to go with the low hanging fruit and go with the season that he averaged 50.4 points, 25.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.5 fouls, while shooting 50.6% from the field, 61.3% from the foul line. Just to put this in perspective, he led the league in multiple seasons in these categories. I'm going to tell you the categories. Games played, he led the league 5 times. Minutes per game, he led the league 9 years overall. Field goals per game, for the first 6 seasons of his career, 7 total. Field goal percentage, 9 years where he led the league in field goal percentage. Total rebounds, because they didn't do offensive defensive back then, 11. That 11th one was his last season when he was 36 years old at 18.6. Look, the guy was a monster. I want to point out the guy not only could score, he could pass the ball. He had at least 2 seasons where he averaged over 7 assists a game.
I just want to say that Wemby has a long way to go to catch.
Honestly, these are more Shaq numbers. These are closer to the Shaq's. When I read through Shaq's, which we did as one of our Patreon episodes. Check it out, guys. Shaq and Moses. This feels like I'm reading through Shaq's, but like this dwarfs Shaq's, honestly.
Yeah, nobody's touching those. I don't think anybody is, just because of
the rebound
the
numbers are just not are unattainable in today's game.
Not to quote JJ Redick, but the competition for someone his size was
he played against Bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bill. And who else? To be honest.
Towards the end of his career, Wes Unseld and Kareem
towards the end, yeah.
But he smoked Kareem when Kareem was a rookie. I don't know if you guys saw that video.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
It's infamous. Yeah.
Oof.
He handled Kareem pretty easily.
Yeah, Wilt has always been a man amongst men. Just like in that
man amongst men.
A man amongst
true
men.
Man amongst men.
Yeah.
Men amongst boys.
Men to boys. Boys to men.
They were still men. I hate the fact that people say that they criticize Wilt saying, oh, he played against plumbers and doctors. No, these were world-class athletes, even in the 50s, even in the 50s and 60s.
Right.
I mean, I hear that all the time. It's like, no. There
weren't a lot of teams. I think that's another thing. There was
that's
half
probably
as many
7 or 8 teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So that had something to do with it too.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's him running up and down the court faster than everybody else or blocking Kareem skyhook, he literally could do everything on a basketball court. Literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can pass the ball when he wanted to be a passer. He led the league in assists. Like he can do everything. He can literally do everything on the basketball court.
I don't know if in this era he would have shot threes though. His form was not pretty at all.
But he had a nice little post game where he had a little fadeaway and little turnaround bank shots too.
Well, yeah, he did have a fadeaway. But like compared to Wemby has a really nice shooting form for his size.
But he would have manhandled Wemby right now.
Oh,
probably. To be fair, he would have manhandled.
He could have curled
like 80
Wemby
pounds on him.
with his off arm. He could have curled him.
I think he tried to come out of retirement in the 80s and play or something like that.
Yeah,
no, they wanted him to.
New Jersey Nets were going to pay him to play in the 80s.
Yeah,
he has 78 career triple doubles. 78. He is 9th all time in triple doubles. Career total rebounds and averages per game, he's number 1 in both. Points per game, he's 2nd all time. Total points, he is 7th all time. Like, I could keep on going. I'm not going to. But let's just get to the career highs here real quick. Like I said before at the beginning when I was talking about Wemby, 100 points. Closest player to get there, obviously, with the late great Kobe Bryant.
If only they had a smartphone back then.
Right. So the other career highs, all the shooting for field goal, foul shots are from that game. But career high, over under 60 rebounds as a career high.
Under.
I want to say under is like 56 or something like that.
It's 55. It's 55.
It's 55. Okay. I remember when a player has a really great game, they'll use that Wilt Chamberlain meme with him with the Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
Like the stat line. You know what I'm talking about, you're right?
Yeah. He's holding up the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. 55. Yeah. 55.
So you guys want to hear the crazy part? His season high for his last season for rebounds was 31. For his last season at 36 years old. Career high in assist, over under 15.
That's low.
Over.
Yeah, I'll go over.
Over.
It is 21.
Okay.
Now, I am assuming that they did not have 6 fouls back in the day, so he had 5 fouls as his career high, but I'm assuming that is because they did not have a 6th foul back then. So, any thoughts on any of these career highs before we move on?
I just think never fouling out of a game his entire career stands out.
No, that's not what I said. I said I don't believe they had the 6th foul back then.
No, that's a fact. He never fouled out of a game.
Oh, he never fouled out of a game?
He's never fouled out of a game.
Oh.
Yeah, according to the documentary that I watched this morning.
Okay.
These are players.
That's impressive.
Anyway, that's all that I got. I'm going to hand the reins over to Ben.
All right.
Third quarter, accolades.
We're going to get things started tonight by announcing the 75th winner of the Kia NBA Rookie of the Year award. He'll receive the Wilt Chamberlain Trophy. Now, the Big Dipper won the honor back in 1960, averaging about 38 points and 27 rebounds.
Wow.
The top 5 in voting that year: Wilt, Bill Russell, Bob Pettit, Bob Cousy, Elgin Baylor.
Amazing.
There's a 5 for you. 3 times the voting's been so tight the award was shared. 5 times the selection was unanimous. Ralph Sampson, David Robinson, Blake Griffin, Dame Lillard, and most recently, Karl Anthony Towns.
2024
8 years ago.
Rookie of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. Good job.
Well done. Well done. And well done to Wemby as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't even open up that envelope then.
21, 11, 4 assists, and just under 4 blocks a game. Led the league in blocks.
Oh, give me that.
Played in 71 games this season in his rookie year. Just in January turned 20.
I tell you what, he's in a great situation down there with Coach Popovich. He's going to teach him how to play basketball the right way. He seems like a really nice kid. We said hello to him on the show, but, man, I'm excited about his kid's future.
Victor Wembanyama, he's only played a season and a half. There's not much to go off here. He did have like we've stated, a pretty impressive career for how young he was in Europe. And so I'm going to start off with that. He was a French Player of the Year in 2023, which is pretty impressive for how young he was. We usually see guys average, like, at the NBA draft, like, they average 9 points in the professional team. And like Uriah said, he was like a 21-10 guy on an elite team. Mm-hmm. So he's the French Player of the Year at 19. he was the top scorer for the LNB. How many times has Victor Wembanyama led the NBA in blocks? He's only got 2 chances. How many times?
Twice. It's got to be twice.
I'll be different and say once.
He has.
Don't be different. Peer pressure helps in this case.
Yeah.
Every year he's been in the league, he's led the NBA in blocks. So that's pretty impressive. So Victor Wembanyama was the NBA Rookie of the Year in 2024. He was NBA All-Rookie First Team. And he, in his rookie year, what team was Wembanyama part of in his rookie year? What non-rookie team was it?
I'm going to say all defensive.
First or second?
Oh, gosh. You're really going to make me... Okay. Because I know that's it. The question is it first or second? I'm going to say second team. They're not going to give him first team right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go second just because Rudy Gobert is in there.
Yeah.
Well, positionally, it doesn't matter on defensive teams, but I'm still going to say second.
So, surprisingly, you guys are all wrong. He was he was first team.
First team?
Okay.
His first team, yeah.
Well, I guess, if you lead in blocks as much as he does, I guess, yeah.
It is a little surprising because he was on a not good team, but clearly he was doing something right.
Yeah,
he got first team. I know some of the elite defenders went down that year, so at his position, but still getting that as a rookie is impressive. He was not an all-star. Some people thought he should have been, even with being on kind of a subpar team, but his numbers and his efficiency. But he did get his all-star appearance in 2025. So Victor Wembanyama, as we know, he had a blood clot, so he only played 55 games. And under the new Adam Silver NBA, you got to play 65, which is kind of questionable because a lot of guys are getting seriously injured because of that rule. There's a lot of money incentives with that. So Victor did not qualify for any of the All-NBA teams. But he probably would have been All-NBA second team, I would say. And he was the runaway favorite for Defensive Player of the Year before he went down. What is Victor's biggest achievement professionally? It involves...
Don't give us a hint. I think I know.
I'm assuming that it has to be with the French league. And I'm going to say probably the fact that he averaged as much as he did in the French league.
Well, yeah, FIBA. Okay.
You're right.
Oh, getting silver in the Olympics.
Yeah, I was going to say getting a medal in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's definitely it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was there. I mean, arguably their best player. He was their best player in the final game. Or the...
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah, but still, he had a nice run too in that Olympic.
Yeah, but had a good
Olympic
run.
Go.
Earned himself an NBA check.
Yeah.
So he kind of really cemented himself. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but watching that at 20 years old, what he did, I'm like, oh, that was kind of his moment to be like, no, this guy's a stud.
Yeah.
He's a superstar. He's going to live up to all the hype. Like, it's here. And he cares about the game, which, it's not all about skill. You have to have the drive and the work ethic. So what's really funny is, I guess they listed him as a forward, guys, or they're doing 2 positions now.
Yeah, he's power forward.
He was runner-up his rookie year in Defensive Player of the Year. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that.
Runner-up? No, I didn't know that.
To Gobert.
I'm sure I heard it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, runner-up, Defensive Player of the Year. With that said, what stands out to you guys?
Ooh,
The sky's the limit. I mean, hey, he's going to accumulate way more accolades.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the fact that defensively, he's top 3, top 5 defensive players in the league already. If the offensive game comes around, which I think it will, he will be one of the most skilled players in the league, regardless of height.
Look, once he nails that space hook that Maurice coined a little while ago, he'll be unstoppable offensively. Defensively, guys aren't going to even drive on him because they know that he's so long and he's so agile. He's going to block pretty much any shot in the paint. That Ja Morant dunk over him is I don't know if that'll ever happen again because Wemby is getting stronger. He's becoming smarter. His IQ is growing, and his aura is out of this world right now, pun intended, because he's just that dude. When you're training with monks and astronauts,
Yep.
What else is there to do but dominate?
He does need to train with
NBA.
He does need to train with a little bit of a post guy. That's my one note of him.
Well, that's what he did with Hakeem and KG too.
Yeah, KG.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, KG's a good comp. That's his game is similar to KG's, where it's like a little awkward offensively, but it just can get better.
Yeah.
For me, I think he's going to be the first player to get 5 Defensive Player of the Year awards, at minimum 5. Who are the other guys that have 4? There's like 4 of them. It's Hakeem, it's Mutombo, it's Wallace, and Gobert, right? Gobert's done running hit, or getting that award. It's Wemby's time.
Yeah.
Honestly, unless like Evan Mobley comes out here and does something crazy, which I mean I doubt, or Chet Holmgren comes out and does something crazy, which I doubt. I see that being a run for him getting like 5 or 6 straight.
Yeah,
as health permitting.
Cooper Flag.
No, we're not bringing Cooper Flag into the. No, he has not earned this conversation.
No. I'm going to agree. The defensive stuff is so elite at such a young age, so he just got to work on the offense a little bit, and he's got it. So
we say he has to work at all offense. He attempted 8 threes a game last year, averaged 24 points, and shot around like 46% from the field. Well, yeah, he has to work on his offense. That's crazy to say, though.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. The standards, he's got that like LeBron standard. You're like, well, he needs to work on this. Like, it just they nitpick the elite players, and it's funny because we keep thinking we're getting away from these big. It's been, you're right. We were talking about this where they're like, oh, why isn't KD and LeBron in the top 10? It's like they haven't been. It's been a big man game starting with Giannis, then Jokic, then Embiid. And Wemby is just, I thought we were going to get a moment with guards with SGA, but I think Wemby might snatch it from him, and it's going to be a big man's game again.
Yeah, I can see that. To be determined. But
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to switch it over to Wilt Chamberlain. He's got a couple more accolades.
This will be a night of thank yous for number 13. It's been a long time coming, as many of you have said, but good things come to those who wait, and I am the recipient right now of all those good things. I want to thank Mr. Katz, the 76ers, for allowing me a chance to come back home, a native son of Philadelphia. I only wish my mother and father were alive to be here. But I think I know that I represent them, and I think they feel that I represent them well. I'm a very, very lucky individual for a lot of reasons. I will get into some of them in a second. But I want to say that what I don't owe to my mother and father, I owe to the great game of basketball. And I learned all my basketball in this great city of brotherly love. And I have many, many friends and fellow players in the audience today that has much to do with the raising of that number 13 as I did. They taught me, and they taught me well. And I was fortunate to come up in an era where basketball was king in Philadelphia. I dreamed a lot as a young kid. I wanted to be like Jackie Moore, who went to Overbrook High School, and I followed him there. I wanted to be able to shoot the basketball like Hal Lear, who also went to Overbrook High School. I wanted to pass and dribble like Guy Rogers, who went to Northeast High School. I wanted to be an all-around player.
So Wilt Chamberlain is a 2-time NBA champion with 2 different teams. He won one in 1967 with the Sixers and one in 1972 with the Lakers.
Yep.
How many times did he win the MVP award?
I was going to say 3.
Nope, 4. He won it his rookie year, and then he won 3 straight in the mid-60s.
Let me go 4 as well.
All right, Maurice and Lucas, you guys are correct. It is 4.
Let's talk about that for a second. He won the Rookie of the Year and MVP his rookie year.
Oh yeah.
I think he's the only one that's ever done that. I think.
By the way, I want to note he did not win MVP the year that he averaged 50 points.
So I have some info on this. So in 1960, Wilt won the MVP. The runner-up was Bill Russell.
Yeah.
In 1962, Wilt was the runner-up to Bill Russell.
Yeah.
1964, Wilt was the runner-up to Oscar Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
The runner-up. And then he finally won it again in 66. Russell was the runner-up. 67, Robertson was the runner-up. In 68, Wilt won, and Jerry West was the runner-up, his future teammate. So it's kind of a battle between three guys.
All legends.
And then Jerry West. I don't know if they had Defensive Player of the Year back then. I
don't think they had Defensive Player of the Year, but I know they had all defensive team towards the end of his career.
Yeah, the end of his career, he had 2. So I'm guessing that started in the 70s because it's 72 and 73.
Yeah.
So I imagine that was a newer stat. This guy is unbelievable, man. I mean, 7-time scoring champion, 7 straight years, 60 to 66. He was the Finals MVP in 72. He wasn't Finals MVP in 67. Again, I don't know if they had that award. That's probably
67,
why.
no, they didn't have Finals MVP until 69, where Jerry won it instead of Russell.
Yeah. So
and defensive player of the year didn't come out till 1982.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wow.
They did have an All-Star Game MVP in 60, which he won. 7-time All-NBA first team, 3-time All-NBA second team, and then, like I said, NBA Rookie of the Year. Theory won his first MVP. 7-time scoring champion, 11-time rebounding champion. And then he was the NBA assist leader in 68. So he consciously was passing that year. And then he was on every anniversary team, 35th, 50th, 75th. All of his numbers were retired. Number 13 was retired by the Harlem Globetrotters, Golden State Warriors, Sixers.
Hang on, Ben. I have a question. You said he was the assist leader. Oh, total assist, not assist per game. Sorry.
No, just the assist leader in 68. Yeah.
Yeah. Total assist was 702, but not assists per game. He was second in assists per game that year.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
NBA assist leader. Yeah. And then his number was retired by the Lakers. NCAA tournament MVP. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. They didn't really have, they didn't send the players to the Olympics. So he wasn't really on, on an Olympic team. What do you guys think? What stands out?
I think the 11-time rebound champ. For over 10 years, he averaged more rebounds than any other player in the league. And I know there were less teams and the competition was not as competitive as it is today. That's one of those records, guys, that I think will stand forever. I can't imagine anybody, especially the way threes are shot today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be around for a long time.
Well, okay, let's think about the top rebounders in today's game. Drummond's not a starter. Sabonis, probably not. Wemby's not much of a rebound. Not like a hardcore rebounder like that. Jokic does everything, but I don't think he's going to get it 30. Yeah, you're right. 11 times is going to be pretty hard to, even the other guys that we talk about, like Dennis Rodman, Bill Russell, they didn't get it 11 times.
Wait, did you say I'm right?
Yes.
I'm going to give you one of these.
Oh, thank you.
You know ball, sir. You know ball because I know ball.
We are, unless Wembanyama can start passing like Chris Paul, we're never going to see a 7-footer, 7'1" lead the league in assists.
Not even Jokic.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, what is it? 11 assists per game that Trae Young had last year. Jokic had 10. His best assist year, totally possible.
I think Jokic has been second. He'll probably get it.
I think
he'll eventually start like not wanting to score as much.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Anyway, though these are Jokic-esque numbers, that season that he averaged 8.6 assists, he 24, 23 and a half, and basically 24, 24 and 8.5. Yeah. Honestly, it's insane that he didn't win the MVP, the 50 points per game season. I think that year in the 61-62 went to Russell.
Yeah,
right,
went to Bill
Ben?
Russell. Yeah,
Yeah,
Russell
'cause
62 and Oscar Robinson 64. He was the runner-up.
Yeah, I think
even
that's
back then, voter fatigue.
Oh, well, it's
You
not
can say
just
this-
voter fatigue. It was
Those
the
guys
fact
were putting up
that they didn't like Wilt being as much of a scorer. He thought he was being selfish.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then Oscar was putting up some insane numbers too, though. Like Russell was sort of like the better team vote. He had good rebounding numbers, but I think Oscar Robinson actually was. He was putting up crazy numbers.
Listen, you can't forget the Celtics were the team of that decade, so
they were.
Yeah,
they were winning all the time. So of course, Bill, the best player on the team, is going to win the MVP.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's we kind of covered this. Like, there's not much to. It's the same as the stats with Lucas. This guy was just the men amongst boys.
Yeah.
I think that's the term, but
Yeah.
to steal Maurice's.
Hey, they were still grown men. Man amongst men.
He was a man amongst men.
Or no, to do JJ Redick it was a man amongst plumbers.
Or for Wemby, an alien amongst humans.
Yes.
Let's keep it going.
All right. Well, I'm going to pass it off to Maurice. Let's see. I don't know many of his teammates outside of Jerry West, and I know Hal Greer, but that's about it.
Oh, there's more.
Yes,
All right,
more.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
Man, the ceiling doesn't exist for him, which is usually the case when he walks into most rooms because he's probably ducking. But I'm excited to not only get a chance to play alongside him, but to learn from him and to just get a chance to be a part of his process to greatness.
How do you think you're going to help mentor?
I don't know. I think everyone always says, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? I think time will tell, and I think we'll get a chance to teach each other some stuff along the way.
That was, of course, Chris Paul talking about Victor Wembanyama, drafted with the number 1 pick in the 2023 NBA draft by the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
Some of his teammates in rookie season: Julian Champagnie, Zach Collins, Devontae Graham, Keldon Johnson, Lucas's favorite shooter, Doug McDermott.
Wait, why am I connected to Doug? I've never mentioned him a day on this podcast.
No, you mentioned Doug before.
Not on the pod.
Is he called McBuckets or something?
Yes, you did.
You might have mentioned him once, Lucas.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Cedi Osman, Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, and Charles Bassey. This was a rebuilding year for the Spurs. This was the year after they traded DeJounte Murray. So, yeah, they were in a rebuild here. Going to the next season, 24-25, which was last season, they were 34-48. Greg Popovich coached a couple games, but their new coach was Mitch Johnson. Some of his teammates were Harrison Barnes, Charles Bassey, Bismack Biyombo, Stephen Castle, David Duke Jr., De'Aaron Fox, Trey Jones, and, of course, Chris Paul. So I think this is a fairly easy one, but for Victor Wembanyama's growth in the NBA so far, coming into the league, who was the most influential player that he's played with so far?
Influential? Definitely Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, I think playing with Chris Paul can only benefit anyone, whether it's Wembanyama or anybody on the Clippers right now. And remember, Chris Paul played with some pretty good centers in his career, whether it's Tyson Chandler, whether it's DeAndre Jordan. I mean, he's throwing lobs to these guys, so he has that experience to give to Wemby, like, this is where you need to be, this is how it works when I'm coming off a screen. So he gives that knowledge that, Pop could give, but playing with the point guard, you want to get those lessons of basketball knowledge from someone who is considered one of the greatest point guards of all time. So I agree with Ben. I'll go CP.
I do want to shout out Harrison Barnes. He comes from a championship organization. That's the one knock against Chris Paul. He hasn't won the championship. A guy like Harrison Barnes can really teach Wembanyama a lot about setting a standard for yourself, a winning standard, how to present yourself, handle yourself on and off the court as well. Before we move on to I do want to highlight the 2026 season coming up, 2025, 2026 season. They drafted Dylan Harper. He's going to be the point guard in the future. The nucleus of him, Harper, Wembanyama, Castle, going forward.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox. Yeah.
Yes. No. You mean there's no trepidation there. De'Aaron Fox is clutch player of the year 2 years ago. He's an amazing
I just think from an age standpoint, he's a little older, but yeah.
A little. Yeah, he's not 30 yet.
He's 97, so he's 28. You still got Keldon Johnson. I like their nucleus. I'll say that. I really do like their nucleus going forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so who want to vote?
All right.
He could touch the top of the backboard.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
But I was talking about jumping up.
Yeah.
Jumping up, yeah. I mean, he's 7 foot.
That's crazy.
Well, you know what? He ran like world record times in the 440.
What?
And through the javelin.
Wilt Chamberlain?
The shot.
Wilt
Yeah.
Chamberlain?
Oh, yeah, when he was at Kansas. And he.
Wow. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he threw either the shot or the javelin almost world record distance. The last 2 or 3 years together, once Elgin Baylor retired, I think we played together, I think, 2 more years. And he and I went on the road. He was really a nice guy.
Yeah.
And because of his size and everything, I think
he stood out.
And some players, at one time, people weren't very respectable of size. They weren't. And but we had a lot of serious talks about things, and we would have dinner in each other's rooms after games and stuff. And so that's why I don't quite believe that story. He had a tendency to elaborate on things and make them bigger than life.
That was Jerry West, the legendary Jerry West. I think we mention him on every episode.
Yep.
The NBA now and then MVP, Jerry West.
We covered him in an episode too, right?
Yes.
Compared him to, who did we compare him to? Rick Barry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was Jerry West talking about Wilt Chamberlain. Now, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't actually drafted. He was a territorial pick. He went to the Philadelphia Warriors in 1959 out of Kansas. Let's get into some of his teammates. Starting with his rookie year, this is his early 60s, so a lot of these, I'm just going to give out the most notable names. Philadelphia Warriors. They went 49-26. Their coach was Neil Johnston. Some of his teammates were. Now, these are territorial picks, so a lot of these guys are like Philadelphia legends, if you will. Paul Arizin came out of Villanova.
Yeah.
Tom Gola, LaSalle.
Yep. Stadium's been named after him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guy Rogers, Temple. So you got most of the big five right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where it started with Philadelphia basketball. And we're going to move on a little bit to the 66-67 Philadelphia 76ers championship. Over under. How many wins did they have that season? 67. Over under. Lucas.
82 game season?
Yes.
I'll say under. No, over.
Over.
I'll say under.
Yeah, Lucas and Ben, you are correct.
Good job.
Yeah.
It was 68. They went 68-13.
Wow.
I know that because of the there were a bunch of teams this year. They would show graphics of it, like when the Thunder, because the Thunder won a lot this year, and then the Cavs were on the pace, and then I saw that Wilt team in there.
Okay.
All right. Their coach was Alex Hannum, and the executive, a notable name. Their executive was Jack Ramsey.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Dr. Jack Ramsey.
Some of his teammates were notable names: Billy Cunningham.
Yes. Kangaroo Kid.
Went on to be coach of the Sixers in the 83 team. Hal Greer.
Yes.
Great player.
Hall of Fame.
Matt Gukas.
Indeed. Matt Gukas.
Wally Jones.
Okay.
Villanova. Chet Walker.
Yep. Guard.
Larry Costello. Yeah, so these were the players that won the championship with the Sixers. So let me ask you guys this: who was the best complimentary player so far that I've mentioned in Wilt Chamberlain's career?
I only know Hal Greer just because of like.
He's not a complimentary player though. He's like a all-star.
Well, to Wilt Chamberlain level, I would say the secondary level.
Okay, then secondary player. Then yeah,
the second guy. Yeah,
maybe Billy Cunningham.
Yeah, I was thinking Billy Cunningham.
I'm gonna
too.
throw that out there.
He was good. Billy Cunningham was a really good player.
All right, so let's move on to the 71-72 Los Angeles Lakers. How many wins did they have this year with the Lakers?
71.
71. I'm not even give over. Just a guess. Ben?
67.
Lucas?
I'm going to say 66.
It was 69.
Oh,
wow.
We were all wrong.
Good.
Man, he was on some good teams.
69-13. Their coach was Bill Sharman.
Yep.
Yeah, some of his players, some of his great players. Elgin Baylor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Gail Goodrich.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry West.
Of course.
The logo.
And Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yep, he was a part of that championship team.
Yeah.
Also, Ben, I don't know if you realized it, but you 6'7".
I did it. All right, cool. Wait, what is that? I see that on TikTok. Kids do it.
I'll explain it to you after the pod.
All right, yeah. Okay. Like I don't get it, so I'm curious.
It's okay. You're the kids.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
need
not
to
meant
know.
for me.
It's
Yeah.
pointless.
Yeah,
I've seen it though. They do this. Yeah. Anyway.
Some other notable players Wilt Chamberlain played with were Please
say Allen Iverson.
Al Addles. Who else? I'm going down
Anybody's
the list.
dad that we know or grandpa that we know.
Well, I was gonna say, Maurice, when you said their coach's name was something Sharman, I wanted there to be like a random stat of like son of the Sharman.
Yeah, this is the
Sherman
era when
Jr.
this is the era when they have like weird names. He played with Nate Thurman. I didn't mention that one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, with the Warriors. This was the time where like he was the San Francisco Warriors and he went back to Philly. But
Right.
Nate Thurman was the center in waiting there, or power forward, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this: who won the most games with Wilt Chamberlain?
Ooh.
I mentioned his name.
I'm going to say Jerry.
Yeah. Or I'm going to go Elgin Baylor.
Ben?
It's gonna be the Sixers because he played 8 years or 9 years with the Sixers. So
no, he only played 3 years with the Sixers.
Philadelphia teams.
So Warriors, he played 6 years with the Warriors,
Yeah.
and then 3 to 4 years with the 76ers.
Yeah. It's a good call, Lucas.
Mhm.
That is a good call.
Remember, they're
For-
different
people forget.
franchises.
Yep.
So it's gonna be someone on the Warriors. It's gonna be Nate Thurman, maybe. I don't know.
Well, Lucas is correct. It was Jerry West. Don't go against Jerry West. He's the MVP of this podcast.
Yes, he is.
Yes. He won 257 games with Jerry West.
Wow.
He played 5 seasons together.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was Guy Rogers. And number 3 was Chet Walker.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The
Chet Walker.
Sixers.
That was the Sixers. He was a number 1 Sixers player.
Shout out Chet.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing that name back, Chet.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Distant relation to anybody that played with Wilt that
No.
Wemby could have. No, there
You're
isn't.
talking about 50 years, Lucas.
Unless
and plus France.
Unless you want to say that Otto Porter Jr. is Wilt's long lost grandson, and then they played in the league at the same time, but that's about it.
Huh?
Have you seen a picture of Otto Porter Jr. and Wilt
Yes.
Chamberlain next to each other?
That is a well-known image
That is
comparison.
With that said, we are done with the teammate section.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Victor Wembanyama and Wilt Chamberlain, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion; it's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. Ready to check out your takes. Chime in on Instagram at NBA_now_and_then_pod, on X at NBA_now_and_then, and don't forget our YouTube and Facebook pages, NBA Now and Then.
We're also on TikTok, Threads, and even Pinterest.
For the sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, nbanowandthen.com. Also, check out our website to sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Hey, don't forget you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Victor Wembanyama on Twitter and Instagram at Wemby.
All right, guys, so tune in next Sunday as we bring you a Hall of Fame episode where we compare Shaquille O'Neal to Moses Malone. Until then, this has been Maurice, Lucas, Ben, and Uriah with NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons. Deuces.
Peace.
Later.
Adios. Before we even get to Wilt, we all know his career high is 50. Fun fact, Wemby's half of that.
Well, you just said 50.
Sorry. Let me restate
50 is 50?
Yeah, sorry. Let me redo that real quick. Let me start over.
No, we keeping that.
Yeah, keep that.
Okay, fine.